Hello guys. Hi.
Hello.
See you again.
This is episode 5.
Right.
Are we having our friend yet? And is this the sound okay? Okay, yeah, checking already. The sound seems to be good. So, how are you doing? The team of Pinklotus-Foundation and Coach Origi really appreciate and grateful for the participation even after the live or the rewatch again, and we are really grateful for that. I think we have like 300 engagement or view, right? Like with each episode, and then that is make us more inspired to get more of topic of real life topic to share with you, and the things about we didn't see each other for 2 weeks, and one of the weeks we as Pinklotus-Foundation we went to provide the free pro bono training 3 days of NLP for other organization which is charity as well, Alliance Anti-Human Trafficking, which is we have a participant around 20 people at around Safari World. We went there for 3 days and have so much fun in that part. And we're really grateful of the opportunity especially when we get into the field and see the real case worker that going in contact with other underprivileged women and children. And if there anyone would like to have us as a partner to receive pro bono coaching or to receive pro bono training as a foundation that work directly with the children and women, just contact us in the Facebook or our website. Contact me, contact Geek, and contact the whole team. Excuse me. We are really happy to do so, and we have the experience together. We have more and more coming in the second quarter of the year, and it's a verbal agreement, just not in the paper yet. Until it's on the paper, I will update more and more. Okay, all right. So now let's get into the topic today. The topic today is like, what is it now, Kun Gik?
Stop being a pushover, mastering your life.
And before we get into that, I think many people will want to know the definition of the word pushover. What is it as a pushover? Pushover is being recognized in so many words like doormat, pleaser, surrender. Not so much about the surrender, just like give up person. Do you know that when you hang out with somebody in the group, and then there was gonna be someone that whenever people tell them what to do in anything, changing everywhere to, like, if we agree to go pizza, but suddenly they change it into something, and then that person never say no. That person is always get along, trying to please everyone, and and then put everyone need before themselves. That is sort of pushover. I mean, the consequence of the pushover, which is we will talk further. Hello, Shiani. Thank you for coming again. Hello, Kuno Jaidi. Thank you for coming as well. So with this one is very important because in our society, in our culture, we've been building and training, more like programming people to be able to get along and keep our head down, and then praising somebody and asking for their approval. Have you heard about that? You might become one in the past as well, because I was the one that was conditioned in that place, and then I'm not that fulfilled, and then until I grow out of that and work on myself and then work with other people, I found this is super challenging. And those people who became a doormat, a pushover, and what is another word, like pleaser, right? Those 3 words is something that you yourself that feel disempowering, and then sometimes get back to yourself and feel like, oh, why were that today? I shouldn't be that today. What's happening? You just don't know what's happening. There was a word that in the past, like, if you do not control your own time, other people will manage the time of you for yourself, and then you didn't know that what the hell is happening. Excuse my language. It's just so passionate to talk about this topic. So is the definition okay, Nong Kik, about pushover, doormat, pleaser, asking for approval of other people except yourself?
So let's put it together. So the pushover people, they are someone who think yourself as the doormat. So they let other people tell you what to do, and because you want to feel like get approval to other people.
So the pushover itself, himself or herself, they didn't think that they want to be a doormat, but it's exactly that they are doormat because they've been dragging around everywhere. They've been put their self-worth and self-esteem and self-love to the lowest level. Okay, so I give some example first. Like, for example, in the work area, I'm begin with the work area first. Have you ever seen the person that in the position that this pushover is always gonna be nominated, or people will know them or her or him as a Mr., Mrs., Miss Nice Guy? They
always
get along.
Nice to people.
Always nice to people. Always put other people's needs before their needs.
Okay.
And when everyone want anything, they will go to this person first, no matter what. And this person will drop everything for their life.
And say yes.
And say yes. They don't know how to say no. They say yes because of they in depth down. They want to get the love and approval and then get along with that group. And they believe that by saying yes, life will be easier, which is that is not true. But we've been programmed, or we've been having a misunderstood around this for far too long. So today we're gonna breaking the mystify about it, so we call demystify that you can be nice by not accepting the place of a pushover or doormat or pleaser. So that's exactly in the work area. Have you seen that? You can share with me as well, guys. Thank you so much for coming online together. So please share with me that have you ever seen or you become one of that? I used to be that person and feel I live the life is so much tired because I keep serving other people need or majority of the time, and then the last thing that I do finish my job in the work area. And as a department manager or anyone, which is I used to be a department manager, I always put my staff need before me, which is good in the leadership terms, but shouldn't interfere my needs. Yeah, so that is something that we're gonna explore a little bit further in that. Okay, so that is in the context of work. Okay, anyone want to share something, please yell it out, please type it, and then I like to make this as interactive as possible. So let's see in the context of friendship. Have you ever seen a group of friends that there will be one person as a majority that keep connecting people around the group and keep pleasing everyone to do everything, looking for their needs before themselves, and then arranging birthday for this person, birthday for that person, and then gathering with for other people along with that. Have you noticing that, and have you heard about that? Okay,
I have someone in my mind.
Yeah.
And I hope that she's watching right now.
So with all of that, is all good if you have the reciprocate back. But the point is that if you get into the zone of pushover, doormat, and somebody that tell you or change the plan last minute, right? And then you accepting it. So you treat yourself not the way that you treat other. You put yourself last, so it's not gonna be good for this thing. All right, so let's do this one. This is in the context of we talk about in the context of work already, and in the context of friendship, and then now we're gonna talk in the context of family, which is very, very interesting. In the family, pretty much we all do what it's work or what we learn that is work for us in the past, and especially it's happened in the family that has more than one children, and they have like 2 or 3 or 4 children. The parents is never been a calculator. You cannot measuring the love and the attention in equally to the children, and then of course 1 or 2 of them will feel left over. Will feel left out of the scene. So what was that happen? The person might interpret it differently, but this one could be something else, like the one that find a way to survival in the family to get the attention. They become getting along. This person of pushover is like getting along well with other people, no voice of their own to share their opinion, to share their needs and their want. It just get along by day and day, and then just try to please the person in the group of the family to have themselves as a validation of the member of the family. It's happened the same in the company, in the friendship as well as a group. I'm talking in the group first. And it will be naturally, as we know that the concept of unconsciously, okay, once when we repeat things again and again and again, it become a program. So it's not just going to affect only family, it's affect life, it's affect friendship, and of course
partnership.
It's affect partnership and romance. So pretty much people who have a state and have a program of become a pushover, they will looking for somebody as a partner that they can please, that they can ask for love, and then clinging majority of the time, and then they often feel exhausted. They often feel that why they cannot get what they need, and they have no voice to say what actually that they need to be served in this relationship, whatever relationship in that sense. So at this stage, I may make myself understand and clear about
yes,
this.
It's very clear for me.
Okay.
If you have questions, please let us know so we can answer your question, like get to the point.
Yeah, right away. And any sharing, just please let me know. And anyone that online with us right now, so just let me know that during the time that I explained the word pushover, doormat, pleaser, and what is another one? Doormat, pushover.
Serve other people.
Yeah, like that. And then you have someone in your mind that explain this. I mean, I have a lot of people and I have a lot of cases, but I wouldn't mention anything, okay? So that is the definition of pushover and doormat and pleaser. So let's get into the second one, which is why we actually became a pushover, okay? So basically that when we grow up, we have certain needs as a family, as a group gathering together. Is first me, but as a young one, we couldn't depend on ourselves alone, right? We have to depend on the group of people. So we need to associate and be inside the same group together, which is quite challenging. When there are more than 2 people in the group, the attention is being spread out, and they have the need. We have the need first to be able to the center of attention, to have a represent, to have the love and caring together. But once we have so many members, the dynamic of the group is different. So at one point, the pushover that became a pushover, they didn't born as a pushover. They just have some need inside it, that they want to be accepted in the group. They want to be loved, they want to be included in the group. And that is rarely gonna happen, because first, they might not know how to say it out loud, or secondly, they are the dominant person in that group already, which is very difficult for them to seeking love as they want, and with the difficulty of express it. So basically, we became pushed over because of the hidden need, that the hidden need is unmet. The need to be loved, the need to be accepted, the need to be part of the gang is not met. So when it's unmet, we became compromising life by, okay, I'll get along with this. Okay, go along with that. Okay, if I do this for her or I do that for him, he will love me more. He will accept me more. She will get me, including me in the group, including me in the lunchtime, including me in the gathering in the night, a party. Like you can see from many Hollywood movie, from youngster in the high school, when they're gathering as a gang of a lot of hot women in together. You look into that gang, everyone have to look the same, have a certain of attention, like bright and sexy and dominant in the colorful. But in that group, there will be alpha woman or alpha male in terms of the whatever in the group will be the alpha one, and the one that is not get so much attention will seek the approval from the alpha one, and become pushover or get along with the gang. So doesn't mean the pushover is always gonna be as a doormat in the eyes of others, but in the group there will be a doormat and might be recognized as easily as well. So do you know where I'm coming from, and is this make sense with you? Just ping me message if you think you can. So what do you think about this gig?
Well, when I was listening to Christy, I was thinking about myself when I was teenager, and there were many times that I wanted to please my friends, and thought that if I did this, they would accept me as who I am. And well, when time passed, and they didn't accept me as who I am. So I did everything to make them more happier than myself. And I was at some point I felt so suffering, like why they didn't accept me, because I already did many things to them. Right.
Which is exactly many of pushover that become doormat and pleaser, expecting the giving without asking that they want it or not, or giving without the condition, or giving. It's not a trading though, because it's never been communicated. Do you know where I'm coming from? It's you expect something that you never been communicate as a pushover. You said that you do a good thing for one person, and that person should be good and be nice and accept you. But generally speaking, you never say so, or if you like to say so, you might get attracted to somebody who doesn't prepare to be accepting you anyway. Just to aware of all this. If you confused or you think that I could explain anything better, just let me know. So with that, the purely reason is come from the hidden need that is unmet for that person, and then become this one, become a pushover. And they have a trigger though. What is the trigger? Trigger is something that bugging us to behave certain way. Right? So in pushover, it's just like when in the group, it's just something that I need some attention, I need to be part of this. So the trigger is in the group environment, the group that I want to be approved in this group. So the behavior is pleasing everyone and be a pushover that if I need to go back home tonight, but the group want to stay longer, they don't have a voice to say no because they put other needs before them. So that's a unmet of the desire inside of them. So with that itself, it's just some people dedicate themselves to be a victimized, to feel like they are the victim of no love in the family or no successful, or trading their success at this moment by bending themselves down or lowering their self-worth just to stay still for the security blanket. It's happened in the work area though, as like in the work area, some people know that capacity, they been do all over of the company, but they should be a partner. But he or she didn't have a voice to say it out loud, to negotiate to the other partner, to be able to get out and say that, hey, you cannot trade with me. I work everything like this. The share should be 50-50 or at least 60-40. But in fact, the share is 20-80, which is the guy who get 80 doesn't do much of anything. So that is the behavior of pushover. So we will talk about that, how we're gonna heal with this thing. Okay. So or even it's in the couple, like many women is come from the family that is pushing them down or making them feel less and small. It's only the program, and I'm not attacking any parents, but they know what they knew at the time, so they didn't know that how to uplift and then make equality and love as all as a family unit. So might left one or two of the children feeling like I need to beg for the love, I need to please someone, or I need to be a good girl in order to be accepted and loved by the parents. So they become like when those kind of women married, they become doormat for their partner, including men though, also men, like man or women can do the same thing. So they please the other partner heavily, even it's a bad behavior, like not going to get water by themselves or treating like a slave or not a partner. You doing this? You have a question?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm thinking about, can parents be a pushover too?
You mean they become a pushover? Yes. Yes. Like if the mother that is learned to be a pushover when they're younger, and then they behave like that, it's obviously the young one might adopt that as a pushover, or the other one might saying that, oh, this is not the way that I want to go. More awareness with that. So depend. In fact, every status quo of the world can be pushed over. Right. Depend on the underneath need doesn't meet their own self. So they become bending that over to become more, to be loved more, to be accepted, or trading their value, their time, their skill to be able to accept it. I remember when I was a kid, and up until university, majority of the time I'm studying very good, and many friends in the class. I'm a nerd when I was a kid, and still are, but just a developed nerd anyway. So majority of the friends, the cool one in the gangs, want to copy my homework, but I'm so important with them only the time that they want to copy, which is daily. But after that, I never been recognized in that gang or that group. But I keep doing that because of I want to be part of the cool gang. That I know that deep down I wasn't in the part of cool gang. I just been used it as the homework copier. Yeah. So we will talk about that, how pushover will feel, this doormat will feel at the end, because it's so drained, guys. It's so drained, and it's the time to wake up, right? So you will see a nice guy in the professional, and then he will say, yes, yes sir, yes madam, I can do this, I can stay over for 2 a.m. straight for 10 nights, and I can still do that, and I don't even ask for promotion or recognition or anything. I can do this, and hoping that one day some people will see it. If you're in the good hand with good people who appreciate you good, but pretty much with this sort of mentality, you pretty much attracting the loser, the one that never want and learn to appreciate other, because they are also have their own way of thinking that need to work, and we're not going to attack those groups. It's just like they appear in their life or push over just to be realized, or to the reminder or the messenger that, hey, this is hurt, hey, this is not right, hey, this is, you got to do something, as the reminder. But guess what, pushover, they get so chemical addicted with that, and then they keep doing more. Oh, okay, 10 nights in the row of 2 a.m. is not enough, I'm gonna do 20 nights now, and it's still not enough. Yeah, and then after that the pushover will break and then become an anger person for the no reason to be anger, because it's sustained for far too long. You know what I mean? It will appear like a nice, and then outburst it. Boom. Yeah, nice, and then boom again. Yeah. So that was like why people become a pushover for some security blanket that they think imaginarily that they could get it, but it never gonna get it. Yeah. So
this is what happens when we're stuck in this state.
Yeah. What will happen when we stuck in this pushover state? Pretty much it's just drain, unfulfilling, and thinking. At first we feel proud that we help somebody at the moment. Oh, it's so good that I can help that person, and so good that I can go to the market with this person 5 days straight, and then spend time waiting for her to try lots of clothes, and then I'm just admire her with the clothes, and that woman never reciprocate on anything. But at first we feel good, but for a while we'll just realize that, oh my God, it doesn't feel right though. What happening? I didn't feel complete with this. This is feel bad. Something wrong. But that is the good side though. Yeah. But it's just some people and many didn't want to awake from that, including me in the past, which is not nice. So what happened when we stuck on this pushover, unfulfilled, drain because of the need that is a cause of become a pushover? It's still not met though. It's still not met because of you keep suffering yourself more and more and more. Yeah, and unfulfilled life in pretty much is a patterns, is a unconscious behavior that you repeated throughout every area of life. Pretty much pushover is not just one aspect of life. If they become pushover in family, they be pushover in their work, and they are pushover in their life, and they are pushover in their relationship. So pretty much drain, and unfulfilled life, and accept things that below their mean, which is they know that something like this is not their value. Like accept the low standard partner.
Why they let themselves in that state?
Because of they have the unfulfilled need, and they thought that this one could fulfill that,
but they never met their need.
They never. This is all unconscious.
But they expect to meet someday.
Yeah, they expect to meet someday, and thinking that by doing this pushover act, the need will meet someday. I will keep doing more and keep doing more in order to one day that person will look at them and realize their value, which is bullshit. excuse my language, you can give to the people that value your being, yourself, your being, your inner being. But if you keep giving to the people that is the not be able to see that, you keep doing that for the rest of your life and then never. I mean, one of my great friend and teacher in the past, I used to one time went to work with Asian Foundation, and then I was talking to him, my friend, his name is Bernie, he's a army position in Canada, and I work with him at the day, and I say that, Bernie, can you please help me not to be giving heart anymore? It's painful so much. And then he looked at me and he said that it's actually a gift, and what is so badly that you want to stop this one? And I say that I just tired, I just drained, I just cannot do this anymore. And then he said that giving heart is always great, and to maintain your great giving heart with the great energy and with the great appreciation, you need to choose who you're giving to.
Wow.
Because not everyone deserves your energy. And that was like ding for me, which is we call breakthrough or awareness, and we're going to talk about that a bit later. So that is like powerful until I shift, and that was, God, how many years? Almost 10 years ago. So the good thing is that we can always change, guys. We can always change by some wise word from I call it walking angel or real angel, or what you're gonna think. For me, Bernie is my godfather, my friend, my walking angel, and if he listens one day, I will send this script to him. Yep.
But not everyone like you. Not everyone listen to someone who really care for you and give them advice, and they just blind. No, I mean deaf. But no, I won't listen. This is no. What I'm doing is
right.
Great.
Okay. So if in that
what
case,
we can do to them.
In that case, it just don't mention about this thing to them, because they're not pain enough yet. It sounds hardcore, yeah?
Right.
They're not pain enough yet. I mean, I keep doing this for, many years, and then until one day I got so pain enough, so I can change with that. But if you want to change somebody, we cannot change anyone, guys. The only one that we can change is ourselves by our own permission. The same thing, if anyone didn't ask for your advice and you give it, is such a waste thing. Yeah, like a free package at the department store, when they give to you, what do? Pretty much you dump into the next dumpster that you saw, right? So that was it is in the what's happened if we stuck into that pushover. So at that part we talk about unfulfilled needs and draining and pretty much now no self-worth. The self-worth is like questioning. Plus I'm talking about the emotion that's going to be around. You feel a little bit of rushing, some energy when you're doing good thing to people. You feel like that is a good thing. Yes, it's a good thing, but you did it in the wrong people. But after that, when you did it to them, you feel anger, sad, and then why me again? Why I have to in this condition again? It's just like I'm going to be direct here. It's just you expecting to trade your labor for something that it's never going to happen. First, you never communicate. Second, you choose the wrong one because of you didn't see that it's never happened. Okay? So this is how as a loop and a big loop,
right.
Forever and forever. Right. And then at the end you will feel surrendered to what you know deep down that you can't accept it. With this you feel that you cannot accept it at the end, but you still keep doing and doing and doing because of gosh, I want to do this. I think that if I can do this better, if I give him one more chance, or I give her one more chance, she will love me and treat me nicely as I were, or as I am her husband, or his wife. But it never be in the tanks, and you never acknowledge that that is a behavior that you go back to the pushover again, surrender with the thing that shouldn't be surrendered. Okay, and then you feel regret with this pushover. You feel that why I keep doing that to them again and again and again and again, and the next round you did it again, and in the next time you did it again. It's a loop of God's toxic loop that is over and over and over again. And passive aggressive, Mr. Nice Guy. Yeah, this is very interesting. I have coached so many people. Some people is just so nice, so super nice, and then when you talk with them, have you ever seen the super nice guy feeling like they have some anger hidden when you talk and stay with them deep enough? Okay, so that is like passive aggressive, cover with the present or with the image of Mr. Nice or Mrs. Nice outlook. Okay, I think you have some phase coming. Yeah, and no self-worth, we talk about that, and no standard in life. Pretty much anything that look and sound and feel like I can get the underneath met, I could do. Okay, yeah.
Can we ask in Thai?
Yes, sure ค่ะ type it in Thai and then I will answer it both in Thai and in English in this script as well. Okay, please ค่ะ Chianit. And so when you have no standard, that means you give your gift away to the West people. Okay, I'll say this again. When you have standard in life, you will value your life. But when you do not have standard in your life, you will keep giving your gift away to the West people.
True.
And I'm glad that I did this in English, because in Thai it's gonna be so colorful. Yeah, so yep, all right, so please ask me the question and I'll answer in Thai and in English ค่ะ all right, and everyone for this pushover state, everyone want to get close to seek advantage of them, of the pushover, just for taking advantage though, just to use it for something. Like my friend used to use me for homework copying, right, with that, and I had that often. I mean, I had that since the primary school to university. Luckily that master, I don't need that now.
So the question is, can I speak Thai?
Please ค่ะ
เราจะทำยังไงกับเพื่อนที่มีปัญหากับแฟนแล้วมาปรึกษาเราตลอดเวลาแต่พอเราให้คำปรึกษาไปกลับไม่ฟังไม่สนใจแล้วก็กลับไปวงจรท็อกซิกเหมือนเดิม
Okay, the question is how do we do with the friends that come to ask for advice about they having a fight with their partner, and then when we give the advice, and then that friend doesn't listen, and then go back to the toxic cycle again and again. So now we cannot change the person that coming to ask us. Yep, they will come to ask us all the time because of we keep giving all the time and we don't give our standard. But we knew at the heart that they do not gonna listen, but we still giving. The part that we need to change is, why do I need to tell you? Because I tell you 10 different times, 20 different times, you cannot listen to me, and you go back to the same cycle. I think you should go talk to the professional who can have a real help with you. So don't waste your energy. My answer in Thai will be เราก็เลิกให้คำปรึกษาเขาไปนะเพราะว่าเขาก็ไม่ทำหรือบอกเขาว่าเนี่ยเราให้มาเป็น10 ครั้งแล้วเราอยู่ก็ทำเหมือนเดิมนะอยู่ควรจะไปหา professional แล้วก็เผื่อจะได้เกิดอะไรขึ้นบ้างแล้วก็ถ้าเมื่อไหร่อยู่คิดจะฟังไอแล้วก็อยู่ค่อยกลับมาคุยกับไอก็ได้Okay, so that is like remind me of one of my clients. She's mentioned and if she listening here, I don't think she's mine, but I'm not going to mention her. She dealt with her friend who's suicidal a couple of times, and then she helped this person a couple of times already to survive. And then this person demanding a lot of attention to help it, but she cannot no longer to help and hold the space for this person anymore. And then in the middle of the night, like 3 a.m., this person texting her saying that she has a freaking problem about to commit suicide again, but she cannot do it, so she didn't answer. And the next day she freaked out and checking that she doesn't die. So sometimes other people who is a toxic using you as because they come back to you, they know that what they can expect from you. They know that you will come to help and please them anyway. So the person that need to change is the pushover person, which is a doormat or pleaser like us. I used to be one of them. Okay, so
I have a question.
Yes, please.
And how do we know that the person who always ask us for an advice, they ready to really listen? How do we know?
We knew it if we didn't busy trying to help other without checking. We know that the tendency that we know each other, do they actually listen to me, listening to anything that is happening? Because of if we don't fool ourselves, we knew. The only thing that we didn't know is just we like oh my god, what's gonna happen to them and things like that. But the point is just we know. Just ask yourself deeply.
How can we stop it?
Okay, one thing. Okay, yes. So push over. Many people will want to get close with them to take something, but no real relationship with it because of they never communicate what they actually want. Okay?
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
ขอบคุณค่ะ Glad that the example is good.
I have another question.
Okay.
มีเพื่อนอีกคน
Okay. ไม่เป็นไร It's good ค่ะ Thank you for interact anyway guys
มีเพื่อนอีกคนมีความมั่นใจในตัวเองสูงมากมักบอกเพื่อนว่าตัวเองเก่งรู้เท่าทันคนอื่นและอ่านคนอื่นเป็นแต่มักพาตัวเองไปอยู่ในความสัมพันธ์แย่ๆตลอดโดนคนอื่นหลอกซ้ำแล้วซ้ำเล่าเราบอกอะไรก็ไม่ฟังเหมือนกัน
Okay. The question is just I had a friend who have a very strong confidence and believe that she's always good and know everything, but each time they get into the relationship, it just must bring her into the bad relationship. And as a friend, I say anything and then she never listen. Okay, so pretty much it's just do not dwell into her bullshit. I didn't know how to put it into the nicer because she doesn't suffer enough and she believes herself over confident, so clearly she doesn't need help
from us
yet because if she need help she will say so. Okay, I will say this, people hungry, right? I'm starving, I don't have money to buy food, but there are so many ways to go find food, right? Especially in Thailand. But if they don't want to eat food and they're starving, can we put food in the spoon and then took it in the mouth?
No.
We cannot do that. We can only give to people when they're in the state readiness of accepting. That is very important, and I also learned that in the hard way as well, because not everyone deserves our energy to be lift up, and every energy that we spend, it's very important that it's coming back. Okay, thank you for the great question นะคะ so please write it in if you have anything or sharing or everything, and thank you for still be with us.
In Thai is okay. In Thai is okay.
Yes, in Thai okay, in English okay, not other languages. I only knew these two. Yeah. Right, okay, so next one is
How can we stop it?
how can we stop as a pushover, as a what else, doormat, as a pleaser. First is very huge one. We need to make awareness first that we have this program of habit doing this again and again and again. Oh, I have tendency to, I need to help this person, I have to go far beyond my way to lift them up, and then they didn't take it. Or I need to please them, I need to go over the line, I need to go beyond and under just to serve this person. I'll say this very clear. Even that person is your partner. He or she doesn't deserve the energy that you put in because they're not value. Your boss, your colleague, your friend doesn't deserve energy if they not appreciate what they have. No one, in fact, no one in the world deserve your energy if they cannot appreciate it. Even that person is your parents, is your mother, is your brother, is your father, is your sister. I'm asking you to make awareness. I'm not telling you to stop doing. Make awareness and then recalibrate that relationship again. If that is okay and worthwhile to save it. If that is not worthwhile, your standard and your life, your being, your happiness, let go and then make the space in your life, and then something good will coming in.
So
when
you are saying
standard.
that is like set a boundary? Is this one?
Yes, with that one, which is we're gonna go further in another topic. But first, how to stop it? Is just make awareness that whatever that you please and be pushed over, it doesn't work. That's the first step. And then things with that far long enough to be able to know that this is toxic for me and I'm gonna drain out of my way if I keep doing this again and again. Okay, and let it be there. Do not rushing into other step, just melting in that how torturing that you put yourself through. Yeah, and then until you value yourself enough, next step will coming in. Okay, right. And how to stop it after you make awareness of that. Next one is just learn to say no. Like I should have said no that we should do the study group together while you keep copying me every day. Right? But I'm far too young and far too naive in that time. I couldn't do that. And for that fact that I never had, in those period of time, I never had a real friendship in that period because I busy became someone else as they expect me to be. So when I'm busy, become someone else as other expecting me to be. So I don't know who I am. So they don't know who I am as well. Right? This is a torturing and a bad toxic of become a pushover, because not that they don't know you don't know yourself, that who you are, because you keep pleasing other and keep behaving under that condition all the time, so you don't have the headspace to actually acknowledge who you are. Okay, so that is it. Make awareness, learn to say no in many contexts. So the no in the context of like partnership, that hey man, I'm doing this for far too long. With 80-20 share that in fact in the company I do majority of the work more than you just do only this portion. This is a time that need to re-evaluate of this thing. If it happen. If it's not, maybe it's meant to be for this journey this long. Okay, and in fact all of this example I actually putting the real right example, just didn't mention the name because it's not ethical anyway, right? And for some husband or some wife that use that partner as a servant, be treating them as a doormat, it never gonna change because one person get benefit. The one person that get benefit never gonna stand there, hey baby, I think you done that enough. I'm gonna treat you like a queen, or I'm gonna treat you like a king. It's never ever gonna happen. I mean, talk to me. If I receive anything like that, maybe aware or unaware, I will keep doing that until I learn to appreciate it right now. And because I have a journey quite working on myself and become I used to become a doormat myself, so I know how the other person feel. But majority of the human being, they do not know how hurt is it to feel this. If they can grab the pushover, they will keep using it. So the way to do it, just make aware of that and say no, that this is enough. Not just I'm gonna taking care of you. This is a relationship. You're gonna have to take care of me as well. This is the partnership that we both doing to each other, and is never being evaluated by the cost, by the value of the money. It's evaluated by the value of appreciation. Okay, right? So kids can always do things for parents, like helping washing the dish, run some errand. When the parents is so busy with work. But look at this, guys. Have you ever seen the family that parents become spoiled, the kid like a spoiled brat?
Yes.
And then they've been treated as a servant for the kids. When they have their own family, the parents been treated as a caretaker again. Because they never educating the kid to reciprocate the thing. Okay, right, with that. Okay, so I'm gonna answer with this one first.
Shayani said คนไทยปฏิเสธไม่เป็นเยอะเลยค่ะอาจเพราะขี้เกรงใจกันกลัวอีกฝ่ายไม่พอใจแต่กลายเป็นเราเอาตัวเองไปเอาเปรียบตัวเอง
Okay, so yeah, I mean, Shayani just say that Thai people have very struggling to say no because of gram jai, which is like afraid to say it because we should help in the way of culture, but at the end it's just taking advantage of yourself over like praising other over your own value. That is the not just the Thai culture, Asian culture, or even the Western, or even the European, very old way, traditional way, just treat some certain gender that they need, or their main duty is just to serve and to please, or some level of hierarchy that need to be served and things, that is not really a good things to think. But we can also break the habit of pattern all the way, but it's begin with awareness that no more, this is enough. And when you have that awareness, the language, the way that you speak, the conversation that is going to happen, it will come in though. It will come in. Just you have to have that awareness first. Okay. Yep. So
I have question. When we say when we have an awareness and we begin to say no to other people, can we say in a very polite way, or it depends on your state? I'm struggling about this.
It's always need to communicate in a nicely, but if you do not have awareness and then you break it in the middle, it's always going to be rude. That's why when you have awareness, when you think through yourself that this is enough. So for me, when I was growing up a little bit, and then I had done for copying my homework, I just didn't go to the school in the early morning to serve them. I just come in very late, very late in the way that I can serve myself. So I don't have obligation to wake up early and then provide my paper at that time. This time I could send by line message, right? But that time they don't have lie. So when you start realizing that this doesn't serve anyone, doesn't serve yourself, that was like that. So
Okay, same question.
okay, just and you can always say in a nice way that like for example, hey, like boss say that, hey, suppose Chiani, can you like not, if in this stage she would not say that, she would say like tonight you stay until 9 p.m. Because we have a big event for tomorrow. She would say something like that, and then you say that, oh yeah, I know that in the past I have done this, and tonight I wouldn't be able to, I have a family matter to deal with it. Yeah, so just that. And if you get through, you wouldn't barking up, like waiting to explode to the boss or to the partner.
Another question.
Yes.
Thank you for bringing this up.
Okay.
I'm going to ask about if they are our boss. How can we say no? Because they are our boss.
You can always say no to the boss when if it's not ready, or negotiate it. If it's your job and you need to do, you can say that I appreciate it that you would like this to finish in this certain period of time, and I couldn't make it because of some other matter. That with this, may I finish in the next day or day after? That will make life easier. Yeah.
So learn to say no and learn to negotiate.
Learn to say no and learn to negotiate. Because if in the context of work, like usually you have to stay late, about 10 o'clock nightly with the work, and just like I did this for a year, and I feel that this is the time that I need to be compensated on my time that I spend here. When will be the good time to negotiate and to talk about this, so I can feel happy with myself and you can get the work that you want. Something like that. But that need to come from the awareness, and something that you don't feel that you've been taken awareness, and not at the state of anger. Okay? Yeah, okay. All right. Very nice. It is good, guys. So you always to, I mean, if you talk about I mean, this is a lingering from voice it out, love and value yourself, but it's a convolute of many things, and I'm glad that you guys enjoy, and thank you, and honored that you guys to still be with us. Okay, so I'll go to the next one. Okay,
what needs to happen to become a true master of your life?
Yeah, this is like to come from pushover and then become the master of your life, which is you define your own life without telling or waiting other to tell you what to do. You just choose it. First is come with the awareness. Biggest thing is aware that whatever you work, whatever that you have done so far, it doesn't work.
For me, can become an awareness. It's like you have to value your own self first, right? And have your self-worth, self-love.
Yeah, and that is a bit a long shot. First, it's just you know that this doesn't serve you, and I don't want to be in this position. And then ask some help from the people that understand you, not the people that get the benefit of you become a pushover. Like, I don't want to be treated like this in my relationship with my husband, so I'm gonna ask help from him to become a better man, so I don't need to. It's never gonna work, because you ask somebody that getting the benefit of you become a pushover to help you, because if they help you, they will not get the benefit anymore, so it's never happened. Right? Okay. So ask for someone that disassociate from you, that love you for who you are, or ask for professional, looking for the coach that you reliable, looking for the referral, looking for the testimonial, or consulting us, we are happy to talk and empowering you guys all. That is the first one, is awareness. But like that, we jump a little bit. After you have the awareness, you have to make a decision that this is not work. I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna change it. Make a decision first that you want to change, and the change will come. Because after you make a decision, you have to accept it. This is a very, very difficult part of the whole process. You have to accept that it's not them though. It's not that him, the husband, or it's not the wife that tell you to do so. It's you who allow them to be. It's you who allow the boss to order you to stay up until 3 a.m. nightly. It's you that making a homework so early and so let people to copy you for years. It's you. And that is a very difficult part. Yep.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If like myself, as a context of in family, if I want to change and I begin to say no to other siblings or even my dad, can I speak Thai?
Yeah.
Do I look like an akatanyu person?
Ungrateful person?
Right.
Depend, because of depend on the context. Because if you always grateful and helpful majority of the time, of course we live our life once, right? We still need to take care and nurture this body. We need to put ourselves first before we put others. And because if we don't feel ourselves first, we don't have anything in the tanks to give others. That is very important, and full stop. There is a wrong belief around this ungrateful thing that you have to go beyond and over yourself to give people or to do something, that is not true. This is a relationship. It need to I cannot do today, but I can do in the next 2 days. This thing I've been there many times already. Can you delegate someone else to do it? There is always to talk, not too harshly, but understanding. But you need to have the awareness first. You need to make a decision to change, and you need to accept and take responsibility and ownership that you are the one that allowed this to happen to yourself. Which is very, very important. If you own it, the difficult part of say no will be disappear, because you own your part of, not them though that make this thing happening to you. It's you allow them to take, right? Okay. And I encourage to every relationship, you can say no, you can negotiate. The no might not be no, especially if your boss want the work within 2 days, and then maybe he need to reevaluate again that this is not a 2-day job. I need a week, something like that. But until you voice it out, you talk to him, negotiate, talk to her, that will happen. But if you keep serving the need of him all the time, that last minute, half an hour or 30 minutes, he gonna keep doing that because he knew that if he doing it, I shouldn't do that. But he can finish it. I'll do it again. Do you know what I mean? Even they didn't come from the bad place or that toxic, but it's just the habit of can do it. Right? Depend on how we train with that. So after we are aware, we make a decision, we take ownership by accepting, and then we adjust along the line. We need to love ourselves to the flaw that we allow some people to take advantage, and we need to forgive them and forgive ourselves, so we can move on. Because of if we cannot forgive ourselves and keep guilt trip, that guilt to them or guilt to yourself, blame them, for making this happen to you, and then guilt that you let yourself being this, it's going to be another loop of toxicity, and it's not happen. Yeah, it is the truth. Yeah, we allow them to take advantage on us. Because if they try to take advantage, but we are aware and we not like no. Like I used to give free coaching session a lot, and they didn't take it seriously. And then I say that why these people is ungrateful for me, and like for years. And then I felt like, because I give in the wrong people again. I don't say that after you do all of this, it's going to be perfectly implemented. You're going to have to do it over again and again and again, and talk to the people that on the same side with you, understand where you're coming from, talk to the professional, talk to us, talk to someone that on your side, so you don't feel lonely on this changing process by yourself. Yeah, so aware, make a decision, accept, take ownership, love yourself, forgive others, and most important, forgive yourself. With that, and then start to learn to say no, start to set boundary to everyone, set boundary to every single one, even that person is your cat, is your mom, is your father, is your partner, is your kid, is your maid, is your gardener. No one deserves to be close with you all the time. You need to have your boundary every single time. And is everyone right? It's not a privilege. It's everyone right to have that. Because otherwise you wouldn't be able to function if you let people. I mean, I listened to one of the great CEO, which is I don't think it's appropriate, but I'll say anyway, Mrs. Ho from Banyan Tree Group. She said that our life is compared like home, right? Our home. Some people we let them in the garden. That's good. Stay there, and they should use other people's bathroom, not our bathroom. And then some people deserve to get in a bit in the living room and be there. And some other people can go from gardener and from the garden to the living room and to the kitchen. But some people that sit in the living room not deserve in the kitchen because they might toxic some of our food. Right? And then they can get into sleep over in the guest bedroom. But some other people can stay in for weekdays. But not everyone deserves to come into your room, your home. I mean, I had that all the time, and that keep me safe by traveling the world. Very beginning of our marriage, my husband and I, he's like always open door for the people, and it wasn't quite that right for me as a woman who care myself very high. And then we talk, negotiate, and then it's okay to do that. So we have a relationship with ourselves that we need to understand first, and then we have a relationship with our plus one, and then cats, right? I mean, I still negotiate with cat daily. I love them. I mean, I love them the way that they are. I love them. I couldn't say the same. I love them as the way they are, separately, individually. But the one will be treated different. It's the same way. You have to treat the different person in a different way, different one, to serve their need and your need as well. Okay, and up until this state that you set the boundary, you need to know one thing, that what is causing you to be a pushover. For me, at the past, I need the love that I think I didn't get it from my household, which is I didn't realize at the time. So I looking for love out there. But if anyone looking for love, the best place and the first and foremost is ourselves. If we're able to love and accept who we are at this moment in time and at every time of our life, we're not gonna run and seeking the approval and become a doormat or pleaser of anyone ever. So seeking from within, because of with outside it just outside. Within, when you fulfill within, the outside world will fulfill as within. Okay. So the things around this is just like, how can I say no to other people? After you say no, things change, and then they're not gonna get the same benefit as they were. So what others talk about you is none of your business. After you make awareness already, and then they criticize that, oh, you never give me like the same way that you gave it before, because I just wake up. And if you really clear about who you are and what you want, you never want to listen about that ever again. So that means your standard is raising high. So I think
we cover all of what we would like to say today. And right now we
not so much of the time, but I wanna if you still there and you want to ask any last question, just let me know, or contacting us. And by the way, all of this is a skill of personal development, and as the main partner of main sponsor of Pinklotus-Foundation, Coachology is coming up and having the first event of the year. Public event is NLP training coming this next week, 11 to 15 of March. Start from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. I'm just always tricking people. It's just an intense and emotional training, and we create a lot of change together, and we make a new friend and new group, new pack of development together. And also we practice and we learn, we seeing from inside out. That is how we like to invite you all if you come across and see us. Okay, so that is one course. And another course, that if you're interested to be a coach like me or helping other people, there is another course after that, which is ICF. What day?
18 to 21.
18 to 21. There's 4 days training as well at the hotel of Executive Marriott
Sukhumvit 24
apartment. Yep. So if you're interested in us, just leave me the message or contact me as Christy Apimonton on Facebook, or look up to me. I'm an experienced coach for over 10 years and over 10,000 hours. I'm certified under MCC, which is under ICF, International Coaching Federation, and NLP Master Coach, and NCS Neuro Change Solution under Dr. Joe. Only 2 persons in Asia, which is me and Luke Sawe, my husband. And we are coming up with a lot of courses, and thank you very much for keep me inspired and passion me daily and weekly for me to come up with the good content. And thank you for being such an inspiration for me and for us all. And thank you, Geek, always that to help us and then keep digging down with the detail of what I should go and the direction. We grow fast when we grow alone, but we go fast and fun and happy and fulfilled when we grow as a team. Loving you guys, and thank you so much for your energy, for your love, and for your sharing. Thank you very much, and reach me anytime. Thank you.
Love
you. Bye bye. See you next month, by the way.